All right, let's talk Edge of Fate. I decided to throw my noggin into the field and make a new kind of video today. I wanted to make a video about my prediction for the newest expansion and beginning of a new era in Destiny. So here's my prediction for the main plot of Edge of Fate. What it might mean for the Nine, for us, and what kind of chaos we're walking into. Note, I wanted to have this out before the first developer stream, so some things have been debunked. Anywho, let's get into this. So first off, I think we need to discuss the Emissary. In the recent Edge of Fate cinematic trailer, it shows the Emissary being ripped out of her husk, if that's what you want to call it. In Edge of Fate, I think the Nine decide she is no longer useful for their needs, whether that's because she's been doing it for so long or their own personal reason. They allow her to return to her human body. So what is the next logical thing for the Nine to do? They go looking for a new victim? Turns out that their puppet comes from Kepler, the location of the new expansion. Now, I can't remember the guy's name for the life of me, so for the rest of the video, I'll be referring to him as New Guy. So this new guy is approached by the Nine, and without getting his opinion, they began imitating him into the Nine. At least, I think that's how they do it. Now, with the new guy being forced to become the next emissary, he of course wants to rebel due to being a human wanting free will. The issue with this is that he's already been imbued with cosmic power, so with his attempts to free himself, he's creating these waves that affect reality, whether it being creating new enemies or bringing back previous events, like Rasputin's sacrifice, Gaul's taking of the light, or even perhaps giving us a glimpse of the golden age of humanity. Personally, I'd love to see if they would bring old D1 exotics through this. Now, here comes the opposition. With the waves of reality, it beckons anyone hungry enough for power. Cueing in Maya Sundaresh, our favorite Ishtar Exo, who sounds like she's been smoking since the Golden Age. In a scene of one of the trailers shows the Vex, with Maya being the only leader of any Vex divisive at the moment, or really the only big bad at the moment since Savathun left the Sol system with Shivu and the rest of the Hive. The Witness is dead, meaning the Dread are confined to the Pale Heart. Callus has been dead for a while, and Aramis left for the Eliksni home planet, Reese. Now a lot of you are probably saying, but Drifter, there were flying Fallen in the trailer. And to that I say, don't be a racist. You know Fallen is a slur, right? But more importantly, I'm about to talk about that. So on the topic of the Eliksni, in the same trailer we see a bunch of Eliksni, which I originally believed to be either a colony that Maya enslaved in order to be a bigger threat, or it was a new group under the lead of a captain who took over the power vacuum. I was half right. They're a group of Eliksni who didn't land on Earth that decided to find their new home on Kepler. I kinda wish there was something more interesting with the Eliksni, as it seems a bit generic. But I don't work for Bungie. Yet. So, where do we come in? We investigate Kepler as Ikora Rey informs us about strange ripples in reality, with the source being outside of our solar system, meaning we're going to new frontiers. Anywho, thankfully we'll have some experienced company alongside us. From what we've known from the past, I'm figuring Drifter, Eris Morn, Ikora, and even the Emissary are all going to play pretty big roles here. Drifter and Eris Morn have experience with the Nine. It's been 2 DLCs since Ikora has been the driving vanguard, and now, with the Emissary having sentience and free will, she might aid us in ways to resist the Nine. This expansion is also probably going to be the moment we finally get a clear look at what the Nine actually are. They've always been vague, with our only interactions with them being Zur, Starhorse, and the Emissary. Perhaps with us meddling in their wishes, they'll finally show a true face of theirs. adding more depth to the entity. On the note of Xur, I feel like he could be an actually relevant character in this DLC, with the last time he was cared about was in the 30th anniversary, which was great and all, but didn't give the guy much to work with. Anyway, that's the theory. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more predictions, because it's actually kind of fun to think of. Also, let me know what you think in the comments, and also tell me what predictions you may have. I'll see you around, Guardians. Drifter out.